What's up, everyone? It is Ray Lopez here again for number 4's, or my 4th build of the week. This week, I decided to do something I've done in the past a few times, but I've never done a tutorial on it. And it is one of the builds I like. It's a fairly easy build to do, and it's just a little bit different from your typical like horizontal coil. This is the vertical coil. We did a dual vertical coil. I already did it on here, and I'll kind of show you a little bit what we got rocking here. You see that? There's one coil. There's two coils. This is on the brand new, well, yeah, it is. This is the brand new, blurry. The brand new Tobacco Patriot clone, which I will be reviewing it very, very soon. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you how this thing works real quick. See the clouds? Fires like mad. This is a 0.24. It's good. Vaping it on that Broke Smoker, the Vines. New flavor, new mod, new build for you guys. It's not necessarily a new build. This build's been around for a while. A lot of people have done it. But I figured we're doing the build of the week, so I want to build as many coils as I can for you guys so you can come on here, onto this channel, and see a whole bunch of different builds. Find out something that you like, give it a shot. Make it easy for you and kind of take the scare away from making coils. It's really not that difficult. Once you do it and you try it and you see it a couple times, they're very simple to do. And this one is just one little extra step that you're probably not used to if you've built coils. If you've never built coils, this one might be a little tricky for you, but it's really not that bad. So instead of me sitting here babbling about the coil, which I think is a really good coil, why don't we go into up close mode, start building, show you how it's done, then we'll come back and talk about it. Does that sound good to you? Sounds good to me. All right, so let's go into up close mode. All right, let's get to building. We have some 24 gauge Canthal here. Let's go ahead and pull off a piece. Normally I do like one rotation off of this. Normally, I'd say close to 8, maybe 7 inches. Let's go ahead and cut this. Go, get that out of the way. And we'll take this, excuse me, and cut it in half. Okay, so here we go. This is how we do our vertical coil. It's very, very, very similar while you're wrapping it to a regular macro coil. This is a 3/32 Allen wrench. Let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Fix that funky one right there. And one of the best things about this 24 gauge is even if your coil's a little funky, it's not completely tight, you just squeeze it together and boom, it works. Now here is the main difference between making a regular horizontal coil, because those you just boom, you just pop right in, compared to this. So now we got our top leg here and our bottom leg here. So first thing we got to do, take this all the way down, we enter this first post. This goes into your post hole just like normal. And I always like to kind of get close to center here. Then you take this piece and you wrap it around your center post. This part can be a little difficult to do at first. So do it just like that. Try and get that underneath your screw head if you can. sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to not do it on camera, to do it this way, where you take your needle nose and kind of tighten it around just like that. So that's our first one here. All right, we can go ahead and tighten the negative post here. We don't need that loose right now. So there we go. And it doesn't need to be perfect, you know, because we're going to mess with this in a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull that out, and we'll wrap our second coil. Okay, here's our second coil. Same thing, just on the opposite side. Go ahead and feed that through the post hole there on the negative. Kind of center it around your center post here. And we kind of do the same thing. Wrap it around the screw head on your center post. Pull it tight. To make sure you got it where you want it to be. Let's go ahead and tighten our negative. Make sure you're lined up where you need to be here. Apologize, this probably isn't the best view. I'm gonna twist it on me here. Okay, so we're good there. All right, we got our two coils set up nice, and we'll do our positive. Tighten that down good. And we double check, make sure that both of my wires have gone underneath. And it looks like I missed one. This is probably the most difficult part here. Just trying to get your coil set up perfectly underneath. Let's try that one more time now. Double check again, give it a nice twist. There we go. Tighten everything down. So as you can see, it is a whole giant mess here. See that? That's your verticals. It looks real ugly, but now what I'll do is I'm going to go and cut all these off, and we will put this on the Nemesis, and we will adjust it and make it perfect. Alright, so I got it exactly where I like it to be, at a 0.24. This is perfect for me. But make sure when you're using a 0.24 that you are using 30 amp batteries, like the VTC Sony 4s or the VTC 5s, the eFest 35 amp purple batteries, or any of the other 30 plus amp batteries that are out on the market right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and slap this on the Nemesis. We will pulse it, tighten everything up. As you can see, they're not that pretty right now, but I'll show you how to make them pretty. All right, hold tight. Okay, so now we got this on the Nemesis. We will pulse fire it. Get them going nice and red. They're almost perfect right now, but not yet. So get them bright, let go of your switch, take your pliers, your needle nose, your tweezers, whatever you got. Smash them together. Try and get rid of any of the small little gaps that might form. So that way you can see it's looking a lot cleaner. Doesn't take much. You know, some people, you could do this if you have a torch, but you know, I find this to be much easier once you have everything on there. So that looks perfect. Look at that. Perfect little coil. Fires perfectly. Same with that one. Nice fire. We got them lined up in the center, just how I like it. Now let me show you how to wick this bad boy. All right. So you can see even after we adjusted everything, it stayed at a 0.24. One thing you need to do though, just in case you don't already know, after you fired it a couple times and got your coils all perfect, you want to come through and tighten your screws up a little bit. When I put this back on, it was at a 0.26. One of my negative terminals kind of loosened up a little bit. Okay, so here we go. We got some cotton here. Let's go ahead and clean it up just a little bit. That. So let's take this and with 330 seconds, pretty much just tear that in half. Twist the one side. All right, so we got the one side twisted. Insert it into your coil, like so. And this is where tweezers come in very, very handy. And let's go ahead and twist and pull. Twist and pull. There we go. That's good. So now let's cut off this little bit here. And what we can do is take this piece here and kind of make it our little cotton cloud. Just like that. Let's see if I can get you closer and to show you what we're doing here. All right, you see that? There we go. And just kind of tuck that into your deck. If you got something like the Patriot, like a 22, you got a lot of deck space. All right, so now we got this big old fluffy thing right here. Now, there's multiple ways you could do this. You could take this end, twist it, and try and get it in there. I don't really do that. I'll cut that there and just sort of fluff it out a little bit. I like it this way better. So now you got your vertical, you got your little fluff, you got your little cloud, you got plenty of room to drip. Let me go ahead and put the other one in here. Same thing, twist the end. See if I can get this on camera a little bit better this time. Stick that in there. And pull it through. That's good. And I always like to cut off that little bit of extra, just because, you know, get grease and stuff on your hands or whatever. So same thing. Tuck that part in. There, let's make it. There we go. And then we'll cut off this little mop top here, so we don't need all that. Same thing, just kind of smash it. So now you got this. This is your dual vertical coil. What do you think? Not too hard, right? Pretty darn easy. Let's go ahead and go back up into regular mode, vape on it, and talk about it for a little bit, and sign off. All right, guys? And we're back. So now you've seen how to build the dual vertical coil, a 0.24 dual vertical coil. And like I said in the build, use proper batteries, use proper batteries, use proper batteries. Make sure you can test it. Get yourself one of these ohm meters. They used to be really hard to find. When I first started vaping, couldn't find them anywhere. As some people have referred to it, that was like the unicorn of vaping. But now they're everywhere. You can pick them up for under 20 bucks. It's a very useful tool. You see me use it all the time. And it helps you so you're not doing anything dangerous. You can make sure you're not shorting out and all that good stuff. But blah, 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 blah. You don't care about that right now. So again, you saw the build. You saw it up close. Here it is. Fires, again, really nice. Go ahead and take another vape, even though you've already seen me do it. But we'll do it anyway. As you can see, the build pushes vapor out. This is a vapor hog. And one of the cool things about it is you line up your coil with your air hole. So now your coil has direct airflow. When you're dripping directly onto your cotton. So you take this off and you drip. You can't probably see in there that well, but your cotton's right there. So you're dripping right on your cotton. It wicks beautifully. This thing is really, really good. I personally love this build. I haven't done it in a while. I'll probably keep it on here for just a bit. So there you go. That's how you build a dual vertical macro coil. Yeah, it's a macro. It's 330 seconds. We'll call it a macro coil or contact coil, whatever you want to call it. We're calling them macros right now, so let's stick with the macro coil. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope the tutorial was easy for you to follow. Again, if you like these videos, I'm doing a build a week if you didn't already know. I've already done the Swan coil by D-Duplex. I did the wickless coil by Kent. I remember this time, Kent. I did his wickless coil. I did the macro coil last week, and now I did the vertical macro coil this week. I'm going to have many more coils coming up. I want to try and do this as long as I can, as many coils as I could possibly think of or that you guys can think of and you want to see. I'm going to build it for you, even the simple ones. I'm thinking maybe next time we'll do a super nano or something like that. I want to make this as easy as possible for you guys. So if you like watching these, please subscribe to my channel so that way you can get to watch these first, see them all. I'm going to have many more tutorials, many more device reviews, many more juice reviews to come in the very future, as well as I'm working on a beginner setup right now to try and help you guys out from the beginning, teach you guys about the Sig-alikes and the Ego batteries and all of that good stuff. I want this to be your one-stop channel. There's plenty of other channels out there. I watch them myself, but I want you guys to come here and check out and have every kind of bit of information I could possibly give you. So thanks again for watching the Build of the Week Part 4. And as always, everyone, vape on.